Okay, we are here. We are actually live. We are now live. Welcome to Context Plus. Technical difficulties directly at the start. We're good. We're good. We do have our Naruto back, and he undid his biting of all of our cables. But then I think he bit his own cables.
Oh yeah.
So we fixed that. But yes, we're here. We're live. We're doing another podcasty style instead of a talk show style because you guys want it. Yeah.
And we're at the
Don't
whims
pretend
of
you
whatever
We have
you
an empty
want.
chair. So, guys, if you want to
Gotta
be
fix this
here,
camera.
as he's fixing cameras, we are still...
Yeah, ignore me, guys.
Yeah,
me.
ignore
should-
exactly what's going on the screen right now. Do not pay attention to
Ignore
the...
the only thing you can see right
Yeah,
now.
don't pay attention to the one thing you can see.
Should I get it? Should I get in the chair?
We could just make a casting call. Say, hey, we viewers, we could have one more person that can sit in here. Do you want to? Just look at the little... Hold on. You could be one more person that can sit in here.
No. Don't worry.
No, the mug
I
is
don't.
mine.
Hold on. I gotta
They can
bend
have the
down.
chair.
Oh hi.
Whoops.
We are doing this live. I'm actually falling out of my real life chair. Okay.
I want to see you fall over. Unironically, that'd be so funny.
Oh.
Oh hi, how's it going?
Yeah, we can.
No one can see you. You're on the wrong camera.
Oh. Crotch cam.
I got this.
I like this camera.
Wait,
this camera's
what is
great.
this camera?
I don't know.
It's the best camera. It's me. It's your
It's
camera.
just your face. All right. We
It's
are.
me.
We are doing. Oh, I
beauty.
saw.
It's me,
I saw a
strong
lag.
face.
Oh,
space.
Aravali came.
Aravali joined.
Yeah, Aravali is here now. So
One of us has to die now.
the camera operator that's sitting on set.
I mean,
No. Fine.
no. Wait,
as
the
we are
volley always sits
lagging,
down on the
we are
table anyway.
dying.
That is true.
That is. Oh, jeez.
On the desk.
That was like a death.
I'm still lagging.
Goodness
This is not.
gracious.
We
Yeah.
have not yet. I have not ended dying. Oh,
I
now
just-
I'm back. All right.
We just died for a second because of the Avali. Good job. Anyhow,
We could always take one of these chairs and just replace the potted plant.
could we
could
put a
put the
potted plant in a
plant-
chair?
We could.
I think the potted plant deserves its own chair.
The potted
I
plant
mean,
has a little
it's on
tiny
it.
chair type of thing. It's just a table.
It's a
I
little
would
coffee
consider
table.
that a chair.
Like, yeah, it's a little
I-
table spacer.
That's a matter of opinion. My opinion is that is a chair. It is an elevated riser with which the plant sits upon. It
Yeah.
sits
Any
upon
space,
it. It's a
that-
chair.
Any space you can sit on is now a chair.
All right.
A chair doesn't necessarily have to
Car
have
is
a
a
backing.
chair.
You're just like
Fire
crouched into
hydrant is a
that.
chair. If you fit on the fire
I mean,
hydrant
you
too
gotta,
well.
you gotta move.
It's more than
you
a
gotta
chair.
move your legs a little bit. But we should probably announce who we even have sitting here with us because we just have a robot that no one knows.
Yeah.
you?
I mean, that's fun.
I mean, we could be a
There's somebody
guest.
there.
A
They
guessing
just
game.
exist.
It could be a
Yeah,
guessing
yeah,
Looks
game.
like
Who
you
is
are a new
this?
employee and
It's
you
like-
don't get paid.
Oh, well, time to burn the place down.
Oh,
We need to
Remember,
move your.
it's only an unpaid internship if you don't steal enough shit.
Internship? More like arson risk.
We need to.
Oh no.
We need to move your desk down to storage room B.
We have storage rooms.
Where do you think all
Don't
your
know.
clones come from?
What? Oh, yes, I need.
I've never thought about it.
I'm gonna
goodness
mic up
gracious.
the Avali that's just sitting there now.
Why?
Boah, that's all you say. That's all the Avali knows how to say. Is boah.
We're
We
Most
forgot
of
our
the time.
translators today.
Yeah.
we're slowly teaching him English. It's gonna take some time.
It's
but
gonna
for all
take a
that-
little
for all
bit.
intents and
Just
purposes,
every
he knows
time he says blah,
blah.
there's like a 5-sentence like caption.
I'm gonna totally do that. I'm gonna totally do that. That'd be so funny.
Speak for.
Meanwhile, it just comes in blah. The subtitles say God is dead and we have killed him.
Oh no.
We're just gonna make
I'm gonna totally do that.
We're just gonna make Raspberry say what we
Goodness
want.
gracious.
Put words in his mouth.
Until,
Anyhow.
until you speak more,
Exclusively
you're at the total
speaking in
whim.
Mariana Sign Language.
I did.
Blah. Step-by-step guide on how to delete System 32.
RMRF asterisk.
SAR.
Yeah.
Where's the camera? Hi.
So I did actually have something that I thought about today. One thing, money laundering.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of thoughts.
Money laundering. Oh boy.
That
Why?
feels like more than one thing.
It sounds like a lot of thinking for you. You sure?
It is
You
too
had
much. It is too much thinking for me. I was thinking about money laundering, mainly just because of the movie Food Fight.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, you want to watch that?
We haven't introduced a
wanna
new
wa-
person. You're gonna have to guess at this point.
Yes,
Guess who it is. If that there's your game for today. Guess who this new
it's the
person
game.
is.
I actually like that.
So if you
actually,
guess
I mean,
it,
if anybody,
if you guess it right, I'll be surprised. But maybe
there is a non-zero
idea.
chance that people actually succeed at it.
There
I
is a
mean,
non-zero,
If they're
I mean-
involved in Neos at all,
Yeah.
it's possible. I've been around for a minute.
I like that we
She's
can
one of the
see the
arresting
camera
people
switcher.
from the Neos moderation team, and we're just screwed.
No,
Next
we
show from
can't.
jail.
We can see
She's just waiting for us to do something.
it's
Like,
not
ah,
shifted.
Got him.
I'm playing
Not-
on my little iPad.
Yeah, he's got a little iPad on here.
And,
That we're
Oh,
Shifty
seeing.
sounds way
that's
sexier than I
actually
do.
going to be a really good thing to have. Just a little tablet. Do you want me to like give you a model of a tablet so that it looks right for people?
But
Oh, the touch tip doesn't work. No.
I gotta use
this
this was like the movie Food Fight came up. No, not Lacey. The movie Food Fight came up because my girlfriend was watching something on the movie Food Fight, and it's like, how is that not the worst movie ever made? Like, have you seen something worse than Food Fight?
I've never seen Food Fight. I have nothing to
I've
compare
never
it
seen
to.
Food Fight.
So see now,
I don't know what it is. It's
See,
just
nobody
nobody's
has
seen it but you.
nobody
You're the
has
only one who's seen it. You're
nobody has seen
hallucinating.
Food
I've
Fight.
seen some really crazy movies. One of them that is one of my favorite movies, but I won't suggest it because, like, it's from the 70s, and nudity is just okay, but it's like weird nudity, and I don't want the world to be focusing on it. But it's a movie that every time you watch it, you'll experience something different, and it does not matter if you are high or sober or drunk, you will feel something different every time.
Yeah, the
Like it makes less sense both ways. It's so fucking weird.
see, nobody has seen Food Fight, so I do want to host a. I found Food Fight is on YouTube. It's completely free. Just watch it on YouTube. So,
Wow.
you just watch it on YouTube. I do want to have a bad movie night after this, and we can all just watch Food Fight together and then hate it.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Here, Newt, which would you prefer to have that on more, a cell phone or a Sheikah Slate?
Oh, okay. What is the second one called?
It's
This
it's
is
from
a-
Slate.
yeah.
A
It's,
This is a
Sheikah Slate.
Sheikah Slate from Legend of Zelda.
Oh, I had never played that. The
Oh.
everyone now hates you.
no, I'm poor. That's
No,
my
no,
excuse.
in his defense, I've only ever played it because
Risen.
I have friends who I take their
Your
devices
hips.
and I play on it.
You take the device. Okay. Yeah, that one looks cool. That's the second one.
They've
Top one.
unrisen.
Yay!
I do wish I could tippy tap.
You can't
tap,
tippy
the
tap.
buttons.
We'll have to fix that at some point.
I have a
Yeah.
Neo's phone.
So you want this?
He wants to put it on the slate. But so to anyone who doesn't know Food
No,
Fight, we do
rescalable
want to have I want to have a bad movie night because I want a Mystery Science Theater 3000 this bullshit. But anyone who's never seen Food Fight,
boy.
it's basically a
Wait,
movie
what?
that was slated to come out in 2003, and it didn't get released until 2011 because they lost
That's
the
when I was
hard
born.
drive that had the movie on it. They lost the hard drive.
Lost the whole
broke
movie.
it.
They lost the entire movie. They said
Newt be breaking shit again.
they
Hey guys, don't worry about me.
Things seem.
Can you
frozen
stop
for
editing the
Newt
world
because
for
as I
5
look over, I still see.
minutes.
I still
Give me back
see
my
your radial
Spectre.
menu.
Huh?
Like
You do?
I
Did
still
you see it?
do what?
like I
See
see
a radial
size menu, protections.
I don't see your
That's not supposed to be there.
voice with
Scalable. What is scalable? There we go.
Anyhow, as he's editing, we are
I'm done.
good.
I'm done.
We are good at this.
Well, almost.
We're really good at this. So the movie ended up having like a bunch of top billed actors. Like it has Christopher Lloyd, it has Charlie Sheen, it has like everyone in it is top billed actor, and they spent $64 million to make it or something like
Holy
that.
shit.
It looks like 3D animation from the mid 90s or early 90s, like really bad. All the textures suck, and I think it grossed $11,000 in the box office.
Oh my gosh. It's so bad.
God.
That's how bad the movie is.
And we're gonna watch it because
Because we hate our
Funny.
lives.
Because
I mean, I know of worse grossing movies.
I know the lowest grossing movie was $30 in the box office.
Yeah,
What is
and
that?
it's $30. And the funniest thing is, 20 of those dollars got refunded.
So the lowest grossing movie of all time is a $30
How
at
many
the box
sales
office.
was it?
what movie was it?
So
Do you remember the name of it? Or I have to look it up.
Ugh.
it was something like 11 Mile Road or something like that. But one of the only reasons I know of why it was so low grossing, it
Enos moment.
was never really meant to be like sold off as tickets or anything. Tickets were sold. Only one needed to be sold. The remaining two got sold to like friends of the crew and then got immediately refunded, like, oh, why'd you pay for it? You shouldn't have had to. You could just watch it for free. And they gave them back their $20. It was only because in order to get a international release, it had to film and it had to show in at least one theater and had to sell at least one ticket to be able to go everywhere else.
Nude, are you doing yoga?
Did Newt remove some ribs?
I'm trying to fix my seat, man.
I
I
just
am
look.
doing yoga.
I just look over and Newt's like head is in his own crotch.
Trying to
This is a
find the
family
button.
show.
No.
No, we're not a family. I like how nobody has so far guessed who the robot is.
Oh yeah, these are still guessing.
It's
Such
is
a
it?
mystery.
a mystery.
Someone tell me why these aren't.
I have a guess, but I know I'm wrong.
They are. You should be able to.
You can-
Amazing.
Okay, you can guess, except the
Mysterious.
problem is you're in the session and you can see who it is.
what the name is.
Oh.
You could just look.
Oh, we're guessing the name. I was like, are we guessing who this person is and why they're here?
No, guess
No,
the
because
name
we
of
know
who
you-
it is.
We know you can find everybody's personal information. That's not what we're asking for here.
Yeah, we're not
Hey,
asking
not
you to
mine.
dox.
Not mine.
Yeah, not his.
Can't find
So
me.
yeah,
Because he just
actually,
moved.
No, well, yes.
Not even that. Not
He-
even that one. Not even
He
that.
issued the challenge, and he's like, "All right, let's see if you can." Let's see if you can find anything on me. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I went off of like 3 possible things. And then I'm like, all right, here's what I've got. And he's like, yeah, you're way off. He's got just red herrings from the beginning. So as soon as you go and look for it, you can't find anything.
He's got 5 different names.
And-
I think I've so far
Oh
found.
yeah. when we were registering for the accounting stuff.
Yeah, we're doing the accounting for this. It's just like I got a name. I know various different names that he has aliased. That like I do have his real name now, but
Yeah.
the amount of aliases that was dug through until we found that.
So here's the list that I gave him from my search. So going off of the incorrect name, I put so far no ID matches due to the possibilities of being a 50-year-old black man, 30-year-old tech industry, 4 married people, 1 female with a man name, and 1 last name that seemed fitting but is a father of 2.
Newt's a father of 2.
Nope.
He's also a 40-year-old black man.
I'm going back. None of these are it. So in order to find anything of him, it would take more than like 3 or 4 hours because you'd have to have 2 separate like state records up. You'd need to find everybody that is listed as from where he just moved from to where he is now. Go through that entire list, narrow it down to an age demographic, then go through and check. You might not have the right age demographic like from that listing because you might have the wrong starting address, and then you have to go through that even more. Like, it's beyond a challenge because you have to find every single person that is
invisible.
age 19 in all of Alabama.
So
Goodness gracious.
By the time you
invisible.
probably find it, his age will have changed like twice.
yeah, like I'm
is
probably
even
pretty
really
easy to
my-
find.
my-
Used to be.
privacy.
Not anymore.
I'm probably pretty
Yeah.
easy to find because I only have 2 different names I would go under,
Yeah.
Fair.
including my personal email. Right, uses my furry name. So everything I do professional and I send emails to businesses, I uses my furry name, and it confuses the shit out of anybody. They're like,
Yeah.
"Hi, your real name," and then I'll get a reply from Wolf, and they'll be like, I'm like, "No, don't worry, it's an internet alias. You got the right
Yeah.
person."
What do
I-
you mean?
sick- What are you, some
love-
sick furry?
Bleed with the phone.
I love how
Yes.
furry my life has become because, like, I've actually gone by Glitch for what feels like 15 years now. It's probably closer to 13 or 14. But with how long I've gone by it, I've had people that have like used my real name, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Who's that? Oh, me.
Oh,
I've never had that problem, and I hope I never do.
I've
have
gone
gone
by Wolf for so
Over
long.
That sounds like a
half my
fun
life
problem when you do it
going
on
by an
purpose.
alias.
Like, I've gone by Wolf for so long, it might as well just be my actual name. Like, when did I start? Okay, I started Second Life in 2006. The name comes from Second Life. So, like, when Second Life, I like the name Wolfgang because, Wolfgang is a cool name. So I was like, oh, yeah, like, I want Wolfgang. Ever since German class in high school, I love the name Wolfgang. So I was like, okay, Wolfgang, I want that.
Yeah.
I went into Second Life, and I typed in
Does
Wolf.
this mean that in both of our German classes we picked Wolf as our names?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Actually, I couldn't pick Wolf because someone else did, and my German teacher wouldn't let me use it. Because they went
Yeah,
through the
I-
list. They're like, I want that
I got
name.
it.
Yeah.
I got it. And one of my favorite like dumb chaotic things. I only took German for 1 year, but I had my teacher Frau Sudemeister for 3 years because I had her for German and then English 2 other years. So worst thing with it is language is definitely a switch, and when there is the thing that flips the switch, sometimes it's hard to switch back. So I'd walk into English class and she would look me in the eyes and switch to German involuntarily, and I'd have to stop her and be like, Frau, English class, like switch back to English. It'll get confusing.
I like that we're still setting cameras up. Like, we're still, like, moving cameras around.
We have not had a cameraman for 2 weeks. He's got to fix things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam's gotta fix stuff.
He's got to fix things. Carlos
Yeah, I
did
don't know why this one's so zoomed in.
Carlos did a good job
It's
at
very good.
yeah.
It's very, very flattering.
Yeah, Carlos did a really good job.
he did a good job
Goodness
while, in your
gracious.
absence.
Yeah, I saw that the VODs were really good.
Yeah, so we're going to fire you.
Bless me.
Well, everyone, this will be my last show.
Oh,
Just
God.
Wait a minute,
here.
we can't fire him. He's the accountant.
No.
True.
My pennies.
My
I'm
saltines.
taking all your pennies. No saltines for anyone.
Oh God.
We do have a lead on an actual camera operator that we can get. So we do have a lead on somebody. We've just been trying. So
We'll be able
we'll
to
have to-
follow that lead, but if we can get the camera operation stuff onto a tablet, I'd have no problem also sitting up here and doing
Yeah.
camera stuff
out.
or
Hey guys.
being behind screen
Yeah.
doing camera stuff.
I mean, Newt also likes being on camera, probably.
Yeah. Everything that Newt does right now, though, is just frozen because I see on the stream everything's all set up right, but I've been on the same camera setup for the longest time.
no.
The
So-
tablet is there, the screen is there, and the radio menu is still there.
So according to Boy with the Beanie, it is
Skill
this
issue.
is this is definitely apparently The Rock sitting next to Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Precisely.
Wait a minute.
I can't believe you just figured it out that quickly.
Am I
My goodness
actually?
gracious.
Am
Oh,
I
wow.
Kevin Hart or am I
Everything
The
is-
Rock? I mean, I better be The Rock.
Everything is fucking broken and not loading right.
We should stand up.
Oh
Just
no!
keep walking.
You're like this tall. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
My
You don't look the same to me. Let's be honest here.
my everything is chaotic. At what point are we going to do a commercial break? Because I might
Like
need to
now?
pop in and out of the room.
Yeah, you need to join the Discord call.
What?
Look in the Discord real fast.
yeah, you gotta join our earpiece session.
Oh,
Yeah, that one we talked
'cause
about
We
in
were
the
going to start
meeting.
doing that.
Wait. Our what session? No.
Earpiece session. We have earpieces.
Earpiece.
I'm in your ears. I'm in your ears. I'm in your ears. Oh wait. I'm
What'd
in your
you
ears,
hear?
I'm in your ears. I'm in your ears.
I'm not going to answer that.
Why am I
Best
being?
of all, it's two separate microphones.
Oh.
Don't break me!
Well, that's not right.
I'm
Goodness gracious.
We're going on break.
The things are the way. I
Understand.
can't move it out. I can't touch the
Alright.
cameras. No, okay, there we go.
Use the force, robot. How does the robot use the force? I do not know.
Anyhow,
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about
I
it. Don't
left
think
the
about it. Don't think
grabbable
about
on
it.
the
Obviously,
bus.
synthetic midichlorians.
I just got called.
Synthetic
Oh, we're gonna get
midichlorians, yes.
ads.
yeah, we're gonna
should
get ads. So
probably
we
go
should
to
go.
ads
We
now.
should go on break. The one who
Be right back.
controls. Yeah, the one who controls things. Let's go.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, I never.
He's about to die.
All right. We are back. We were just talking about things, but so Hack, the music thing getting we just literally just talked about because of what you
We
did.
were just talking about that.
We just talked about that while after seeing you said that, and we have an option that maybe the chat could say it would be a good thing for our overlay. So our goals, we can switch from our follower count, which we have left there for a while, switch from our follower count over to the amount of Patreon subscribers and put those in there. And in the never gonna give you up box, scroll through the people that are in Patreon, and maybe even their level. Maybe they say their level as well. I don't know. So like you could show that'll like you're always in the credits and scrolling through that over every break. I think that might be one good way.
If we do that, do we want to like have it kind of be like you know, the NFL overlays where it'll be like there's somebody pops up, they like give their position and then it just goes, but it's a headshot and it'll be like, I'm this person, I do this, and then it switches. Just have everybody's Neos user like pop up, it'll be like, I'm Hack13, I subscribe to this value. And then pop up like with
That's
each
interesting.
person that does it, or just has a message.
And play
We
like
could do that. We could
90s
have a message.
motivational synth
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
while
could,
doing
yeah.
it.
the message would have to be vetted though, because
I could-
we
I
need to
could
make sure
actually
people
do
don't
that.
say things like too chaotic. Neos is well behaved, but VR is usually misbehaving.
Always.
Goodness
I
gracious.
do like that idea though. I could totally actually do that.
Let's
Totally, actually, dude.
let's do it.
Absolutely, totally,
Totally,
absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely, totally.
Totally, totally, totally. Did I change this camera or just leave it?
You just like
Just
to zoom
leave
in
it,
on
it's
your
kinda funny.
face.
I didn't do this.
I know. I don't know why
like
it's on
this
your
already.
face.
Zoom.
Because reasons.
Now it's on you.
Ooh. Anyhow, what else did we talk? What did we talk? What was I doing before break?
What were we talking about?
What were we talking
something.
about? Why do we do this?
That's a good question.
Because nothing else in our lives is going well.
I know. I had a lot of
Yeah.
caffeine. I had a lot of
I sleep
caffeine
on the
before
floor.
this, and I'm vibrating. What?
He does too, though.
I think all of us are there or have been there at points in our lives.
Sleeping. I just.
If I sleep on the floor.
Okay, sleeping on the floor just reminds me of Anthrocon.
Hey, yo, Mom.
yeah.
With like how
Good
many
memories
summers
are
I have
bad
no idea. What are you
ones.
saying?
with how many summers everybody would just get
Hey,
used to
wow.
con sleeping. Like I got used to sleeping on couch cushions
that?
behind a pool table.
Okay.
So, Anthrocon, why it reminds me of Anthrocon, because there were times at Anthrocon that I slept under the desk in the hotel room.
Oh my goodness.
And then
Yeah.
you push the chair
Actually, I think
back
I remember
in.
you saying that.
You just just sleep under the desk.
Why?
It requires a certain kind of desk.
It's you know how like the hotel rooms they have nice little work desks that you can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
your work on, and they have a chair that you can push in and out. So we
Turns
left
out it's
the
actually a bed.
we left the chair in place, and I wiggled myself underneath there, and that was my bed the entire convention. With no
You know what's
blankets,
funny?
no
You gotta
do
pillows,
what
no
you gotta
nothing.
do.
I just laid on the ground.
Well, I guess to be fair, it's
okay.
blocking the air from getting onto you. So it's
It was
acting as a
cold as
blanket in
shit.
some way.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's one of the number one things to remember about the Westin and like every hotel in Pittsburgh. It gets really fucking cold. So if you're going to sleep on the ground, you're going to want to take some good comforters and things and sleep under those.
Crawling
My
under.
usual thing. I've stuck by it since I got told it in like 2013 or 2014. If you are going to have everybody fighting over the beds and you have like 5 or 6 people to a 2-person room, call dibs on the bathtub. While everyone's fighting for who's got the beds and who's got the floor, dibs on the bathtub.
Bathtub.
Because if you lay in the bathtub, yes, it'll be cold for the first little bit, but then the bathtub will get your heat and start putting it sucked back into you, and you will be in a room that is not as frozen as the rest of the hotel room.
And with the
The
bathtub,
only
you can
problem I
pee
have
while
with that-
sleeping.
No, gosh.
I don't know if
That's
that's, a
not
good
what I was-
idea.
The only thing I have,
If
the only
you're
problem I
drunk
have
as
with
fuck, it's a really good thing.
I'll
You
stick
can
to crawling under furniture like a rodent.
Yeah, but
the only problem with the bathtub
It's-
idea is the fact that if your friends are drunk enough, they'll turn the water on.
it's also not a joke how cold the rooms get, because
We usually
for
turn
Anthrocon
down-
2013, we got a Westin room, but not the Westin attached to the convention center. It was a Westin right on the outside of the city limits.
Why?
Like you went over the southern section of the Allegheny River, and then you were in it. In our hotel room, the air conditioner had frozen to the point that there was like icicles going down to the floor and out.
Oh my
Because it just
gosh.
froze the fucking floor. And every night it would do that. So it would just like evaporate by the heat of the daytime. Like it was right next to the window. Everything would just evaporate. Everything's all good. But as soon as night falls and they set it up to like super frozen, because in the middle of the night it's always set to frozen, it just iced the floor.
like
ice them.
every time I go to a con and go have my hotel room, I just sit there and turn the AC to like -5, because when you're a fursuiter, you come in drenched in sweat. You're like, I need to cool off, and then you just go in and
a medic bag.
it feels great.
I used to I would be friends with so many fursuiters and handlers by like the end of the con, because I was just the unnamed person that would just be carrying a drawstring bag full of water bottles, and like as people are getting into the hotel and like they're like, okay, I gotta fucking get to my room, like, you fursuiter, you're overheating, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, good, and I pop out a bottle and the handler's like, oh shit, like you're fucking prepared. I'm like, yeah, the water that's in the dispensers is gross Pittsburgh water, like here's actual water.
We don't know what they sell in there, but here you go.
God, I'm just remembering like things that has happened at Anthrocon in my history, like.
Because you're an old man.
Well, maybe, but so like one of the things I know,
The injuries are always fun.
the injuries are fun, but also when the band Look Left has their drummer puke in your sink.
Yeah.
the visible shock.
Well,
Because you know,
there's
you
so many
remember
band stories as well.
Well,
I don't
Look
remember
Left?
that band, but I do remember.
it's Pepper
it
Coyote.
was either Collie or Muffin that was telling the story, but I think it was Califer that a lot of the attendees got really mad at, because fucking. I can't think of the fucking band anymore, but the band that does All Star,
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth?
Smash Mouth showed up to the fucking con and they wouldn't give them a free ticket.
Why? But
Like Smash Mouth wanted to hang out with the furries, and
them
they're
in.
like, "No, you didn't get a ticket. You shouldn't be here." They pushed Smash Mouth out.
I wouldn't have pushed Smash Mouth out. I've been like fucking Smash Mouth.
Oh
Like,
my
God,
goodness gracious.
somebody want-
There's of
I gotta
all,
look at your
of all
eyes.
the like musicians and all the bands and everything,
A
like
lot of those.
the only
Oh my
one
God,
that
yeah.
I ever stand behind of being like, yeah, no, he's okay to be banned immediately. Do you remember when Andrew WK admitted he was a furry, and then every convention's like, banned on the fucking spot?
Why would you ban
We're not dealing
Andrew?
with you.
Why would you ban? He's such a wholesome dude.
Andrew parties too much, and anywhere that he goes, everything's going to be destroyed. And
he
when everything
parties.
is a union job of having all of the like con spaces set up the way they are, you can't have the liability of those chairs and tables and things getting destroyed.
Andrew WK is a super wholesome dude. Like
He's super wholesome, but when he parties, shit gets fucked up.
I mean, I like how I'm the only one cut out of this camera shot.
Hey.
Like,
He was
Hey, if it's not
talking.
you, it's me.
Glitch was talking.
Yeah, it's
That's actually fair.
it's fair how wholesome
Here's a
he
good
is.
about easy
but
shot.
his partying is like on the level of Bam Margera. Like
So, I have not partied with Andrew WK yet, so I don't know about that. But I have never
yeah.
met Andrew WK. I just know he's super wholesome. The only thing was when the one look left decided to puke in my sink, which was hilarious. I don't think it was the furry either, because when they had look left, they had it was Shia Croft, Pepper Coyote, and two others. And one of them, I think the drummer wasn't a furry, and he was the one who puked in my
Yeah.
sink. And it
That
was
sounds pretty typical for a drummer.
yeah for a drummer. He just
For a drummer.
it was the
Puke in the sink.
it was probably one of the funnier things that has happened because like he made up numbers about how he cleaned it.
What?
He was that drunk. So
Number.
to go into
I'm
how
so
much how many
confused.
how yeah exactly how many time we have before our thing. Okay, we have plenty of time. So basically I've met Shia Croft. I knew Shia Croft for a while, and I knew
Shia Croft.
There
There is no R.
But my
There
voice.
is no R.
Shia. Fucking Shia. Don't make fun. I am New England. I add R's where they shouldn't be, and I don't pronounce R's anywhere else. So anyhow, Shia and Pepper, I knew them. Then knew their band, watched them at a concert. I'm like, hey, why don't you come back to my room and we'll just party. We'll drink. We'll talk. We'll just keep it to us. And of course, they said, okay, we'll go. The drummer was like, oh well, I don't drink that much, but okay, I'll go. I'll have a shot. You know, like one of those things. Well, we go.
It starts with one.
Yeah. So we go back to the room. We hang out. We talk. We're drinking. All I have is really whiskey because at the time that's all I really drank was whiskey. So we're drinking.
Nothing bad on that. Whiskey's good.
We're drinking some whiskey.
Whiskey's good.
And Shia, I think, had his own drink because he didn't drink whiskey. So he had his own. The drummer, I apologize, I don't remember his name, but he apparently had we didn't notice we were talking. He apparently had 5 or 6 shots, maybe or more.
Oh.
He was a big boy too. He had a lot, and I was he just kept having them. We didn't notice, and it was between 80 to 120 proof stuff. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
so he was just down in these. We ended up getting pizza
for
from Domino's.
percentages, that's 40 to 60%.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
Like
we had pizza from Domino's
I don't
too.
drink. Neither do I.
Yeah. So we had pizza from Domino's. We had
You're
we
legal.
ate.
Shh,
Yeah,
don't tell
Shia the
anybody.
Cabot. Yes, heck, Shia. That's it. That one. So he
yeah, the minister of elbow grabbing.
yeah. So
What? Nani?
yeah.
Shia used to be a completely different person, and I miss the old Shia.
So what happened? We had our pizza, we had our drinks, and everyone slowly funneled out of the room because we were getting drunk to this point, and they funneled out. It ended up just being the people in the room and the drummer. The rest of the band kind of did their own thing. They left. The drummer could barely
They
stand.
did their own thing.
Did their own thing. So
I'm sorry.
so what happened was he didn't know, you couldn't tell he was super drunk, but he was gone. And he, while we're conversing with each other, he just stands up, walks to the bathroom, closes the door. Nothing suspicious yet. Just he had to go to the bathroom. Okay, nothing suspicious. We're still talking. He spends a little bit of time in the bathroom. He comes out of the bathroom and he super slurred speech was like, "Don't worry, guy, I cleaned it. I cleaned it with my 3.475. We're like, the fuck are you talking about? So
What happened to you in that bathroom, man?
so we didn't know what he was talking about.
The numbers, Mason, what do they
He
mean?
just started he like started spewing pie. I don't know what the hell he was doing. He literally
I played it with my
spewed the
3.1
pizza.
But he knew
1.96
what he was talking
He
about.
spewed the pizza pie because he apparently he walked right in, and the moment he calmly shut the door, he just projectile vomited into the sink. Everything.
Oh, but
Um,
here's a good question though. Was it actually clean, or did he just say that?
Absolutely not. So we found out what he did. He must have panicked because he puked in the sink and it wouldn't drain because puking in sink. So he took
Not a
shampoo
toilet.
and poured it into the puke.
He cleaned it though.
He poured it, and that wasn't working. So he took tissues and put that in the puke. So not only was this a slurry of alcohol, tissues, shampoo, puke.
Alcohol, bile, tissues,
Yeah, like
and
it was just
shampoo.
it was a amalgamation of disgusting. It was
Hamburgers.
pink. It was.
Hamburgers.
I remember the smell as it wafted into my nose as I walked rounded the corner. It was just pink. It looked like his stomach lining must have been bleeding level of just like mess
Oh yeah,
up.
no, like when
I-
that goes on,
No,
it's
we're not
always
family friendly
It's always
anymore.
crazy. So
It doesn't even end there. It,
No, there's more.
it doesn't
there's
end
always
there.
more.
There's always
I am
more
so
shit like
glad.
this.
I am so glad that I did not decide to go on my usual routine of eating during the show. I would have
Yeah,
lost everything.
After
I would have
you
been so
weak-
screwed.
we figured out how drunk he was at this point, and we're like,
They just
dude,
called you weak. They just called you weak.
I watch
gonna
hoof
stand for
trimming
that?
videos while I have breakfast.
so
You watch what training videos?
I watch hoof trimming
What's
videos while I eat
happening right now?
breakfast.
What are you doing? Matt?
Oh, trimming.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
why?
that's fucking normal.
it's normal.
Those are satisfying.
Why?
Because it's YouTube approved gore. Next question.
Okay, so
What about the videos of the rotation plasty and how it looks like such a shitpost?
The
Have you
yeah,
seen
the,
that
like the with the
what?
with the
So
replacing your knee with your ankle.
plasty.
Yeah.
A rotation plasty is like
Have you
you
seen this?
have in your like around your knee like a cancer, a bone growth, any damage like that needs to get rid of that section of your leg. So what they do is they will cut a sliver out of like your femur and out of your shin, and then take your shin, rotate it, and put it on so that your ankle is your new knee, and then give you a prosthesis. And when you look at the video, it looks like a shit post because it's just like, yeah, we take out all this, then we take your leg, put it on backwards, and then you see the
Okay.
foot like swivel, but it's behind the person. And then it cuts to people that have had this surgery, and they're like walking fine. You're like, oh, this isn't a shit post. This is real.
It's a very good surgery. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the joys of getting to have Blade Runners with none of the problems of not having a foot anymore.
now on that tangent, I'm gonna just quickly put a closure on the drunk puking in the sink. Just a one.
Oh
quick
yes,
closure.
yes. We need
One
to
quick. We're just
reel
gonna
it
do
back,
a quick.
reel it
close
back.
that.
The quick closure on that story.
Definitely need to return to that.
So we figured out he's drunk. We get him. You know, we're gonna deal with the puke later. We just closed the door. And we're trying to keep him in the room. Like, you know, like, dude, like, you're really bad. You need to like calm down. He's like, no, I gotta go. And we can't stop the guy. So he just kind of leaves and wanders through the convention that drunk. I don't know what happened to him that night. Don't know where he went. He was 100% blackout. He didn't remember doing it. He just remembered he regretted something that night. He just didn't remember doing it. That.
Did you guys end up cleaning it, or did you put it on the hotel staff?
All right,
Just, like-
there is a little there's a little story to that side too about how he dealt with his
Because like,
3.345.
I imagine it could have been like a 50-50 where it's like you guys clean it as much as you can, but then you call like
Oh no, I
you
wasn't
call
touching
hotel
that.
staff and you're like, hey, we cleaned as much of this as possible. Here's $100. We're sorry.
Okay. So we have time for that. The cleaning that.
Yeah, we do. We're good.
So to clean that mess, we decided we're not going to deal with it because we're drunk off our ass. So we just suited up and left.
Oh my gosh.
We left it there.
Oh.
We didn't do anything. We left it there.
The
You
sedative
didn't even
was-
ask them
method.
to fix it. You just were like, we'll deal with it when we get
Just-
back.
Yes.
Just pray.
Ew.
So we left it stew.
This is a future me
Oh.
problem.
We were
and
drunk
as
off
right
our
now,
ass,
I am not in the future.
and we didn't
Poor
want to be
staff.
brought. We didn't want to be brought down off our high. So we just left it.
Right.
But we went around the con, and there was a guy. We said the funny story because we're drunk. And we like, that was funny. So we said the funny story to somebody. He's like, oh, dude, I do like janitor work. I'll help you guys clean it
Janitorial.
up. Yeah, I'll help you guys clean it up. We're like, oh, okay. Like, you'll come back to our room when we go back. We'll take you along with us, and you can help us clean it. And like, all right, it works. We don't have to bug the hotel staff. We don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
We
just
could-
trash bag, nitrile gloves. And
Oh yeah,
just
okay.
fucking scoop and toss and done.
We go through. We go
I
through.
don't like
we
that
go-
description.
We go through.
Associate.
It's quick as fuck. Yeah, it's going to be gross,
I'm
but
not
it's just
gonna
like
make
rip the
it.
band-aid off. You're done.
It gets worse.
oh no.
He goes
Drunk guy
through.
came back and added more.
No. So we had one guy in our room that he was the most anti-furry. He hated hugs, he hated fursuiters, and he was in a room full of fursuiters. He was one of those guys that just like he's just like the most anti-furry. If you think what do furries like, he did not like it, but he was a furry. Like that.
I mean,
Sounds like a
guess.
face.
That's one of my friends.
Face.
Sounds like a midlife crisis.
he
It's
also-
like,
he also-
I'm not a furry. I'm not cringe. I am not a softie. I am a furry. I
was
am
a-
a proud and noble dragon wolf.
He was a deer. So
Okay, yeah, no, deer just can be that way. Deer like don't want to be hugged, don't want to be like touched. You just give them a little bit of salt, and if you want them to stay anywhere, you gotta hold a light to their
He
face.
also brewed his own beer and he brought like a bunch of cider and stuff with him. He was a
shit.
pretty, he was a good
Alright.
he was a good guy.
That's
Like he,
pretty cool.
he came in, but he was definitely like one of those. He was a New Yorker through and through. If you know like stereotypical New Yorker, you're one of those types, like New
okay,
York City
yeah.
stereotypical New Yorker.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like New York State.
No,
and,
New York
like,
City,
not city level.
like
Yeah.
city level. So we get back to the room with the guy who's going to help us clean it. Mr. New Yorker dear was there already, and he didn't know what happened. Except we walked in. Yeah, we walked in, and he's just standing there. Door to the bathroom open, pointing. He was already standing there. And he went in the deepest growl he could have mustered. Who did this? Like, you could see him steaming out of his ears. He was just, like so mad. Like he was gonna beat someone to death because of what happened.
There's a deer ready to figure
deer-
out what
the
it's
deer
like
was
to
ready
kill
to-
somebody.
Yeah, he was ready to just gore whoever did that.
He was ready to just stand on his hind legs and just bap like this until somebody's
Yeah.
shredded with hooves.
So, we had to calm the deer down. We had to be like, we got it. We're gonna clean it. Don't worry. We're back.
We brought janitorial.
brought-
There's a plan.
We brought a janitor back with us. Like, we got this. The mister who said he was gonna help us looked at it 1 second and said, I don't know how to deal with this. It was more than he
Fake
thought
janitor.
it was. It was that bad. It was so bad. It was,
No. There's times like that. Like, I've had times where I've had to be like, "Hey, someone in the gym like went into one of the bathrooms and vomited, and I'm not dealing with this one."
Like,
And then like I'd have to get one of my coworkers, Denise, before she had quit, to like come in with wood chips, and she got so pissed because as she was cleaning it up, kids kept coming into the bathroom and trying to use it. And she's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And I'm like, "I understand."
Out of here.
we still could not clean this up.
fuck
Like
outta here.
the guy that we brought to help us clean it up, noped out of that situation. Like he was like, "Fuck that,
Goodness gracious.
you jumped." So
Boing.
yeah, noped completely out of the situation, and we decided that we had to actually call the Weston staff. Like at that point, we were just like, "We're done." So we were done. We called the Weston staff to, "We are sorry. However, there is a lot of puke in one sink, and we need you to come and clean it up." And they
Your
came.
services are required.
They came. The guy was
Yeah.
very professional. He cleaned it very well. He probably has dealt with this plenty of times.
It's hotel staff in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Of course they dealt with worse.
So
Anything
he
can be cleaned with the carton of baking soda and a shop vac.
He cleaned it up. We apologized profusely. We left him like a $70 tip for cleaning it up.
Nice.
The guy,
There you
we
go.
gave him a bunch of money for it. We're like, "Thank you so much for cleaning that." The puke was leaking out of the corners of the sink the rest of the con.
Ew.
Because it was
Are you
that
kidding me?
bad. I'm not kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Because it seeped
Nightmare
in,
fuel.
it seeped into between the cat, like it seeped in between like where the sink is glued on. It was like always like slowly
Oh, God.
leaking. It was bad. But anyway, on that note, whoever just ate anything, we're sorry.
Yeah.
So we do.
Time for ads.
We do have to go on ad break now. So we'll be right back. After that, on that note,
Gosh.
be right back. Maybe we'll reveal who the robot is.
Cookie. You swear.
He swears.
I swear, if you make me throw up while I'm
Swearing
eating
is
here,
bad for ratings. Or good for them.
Remember the puke story.
I'm not gonna remember it, and I'll be happy
The
eating my sandwich in peace.
Speaking of Pilk,
Ooh, yes. Tell me
Anyhow,
about Pilk.
something vaguely related is I had my first. I'm 20. I'm almost 24. I'll be 24 in like 2 weeks.
I just heard that as
And,
I'm 20. I'm almost 24. I'll be 24 in a few weeks. 20
Okay,
to
don't
24.
worry.
Just
Yeah, that's what.
It's
that's
how
what my
aging
brain
works.
went
It's-
to
it's
as well.
leap- leap aging.
Okay, I'm
Skip
not
3
insin-
years.
Okay, I am not insinuating that I am capable of time travel. For future and past references, if I have ever suggested that I am capable of time travel, this is me officially stating I
Under an NDA.
can't do time travel.
what time travel away?
Anyway,
What are we talking about,
no, vaguely related to
I
Pilk.
like Pilk.
Yeah, I am
She lies,
extremely.
said
It's
Shadow.
not directly related to Pilk. It's Pilk adjacent.
Okay.
But I had
Is
my
it Kilk?
first what?
Is it Kilk?
No.
No,
No,
please.
Not quite.
Is it Bill
The
P stands for
Bong
something
Water
else.
For reference, I have very little experience with alcohol. Right? Very little.
Alright.
I go to a bar, I have no idea what I want. I get analysis paralysis. Is like, what do you have? I'm like, oh, and I don't know. And so I have to negotiate what I want, and I never end up know what I end up drinking. And it's always something different because
Someone said it.
Just whatever mood the bartender's in is what
Zangoose.
drink they mix me. You know, sometimes it's a whiskey ginger. Sometimes it's this wonderful girly flowery fucking vodka punch. Sometimes it's just a screwdriver. I mean, as long as it's not a beer. But at home, right, my alcohol experience is even further diminished because I actually don't buy my own alcohol. I only keep alcohol if someone has bought it for me. I don't buy my own drinks. I don't buy my own alcohol. With the exception of strange occurrences.
Isn't that female privilege to never buy your own drinks?
Well, I am that attractive, so,
So it's just-
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know
Just-
though. I
just-
haven't been
just-
keeping track.
I mean, I get it 50-50 of the time because I'm fairly androgynous, and sometimes friends are like, yeah, here's a bottle. But then I forget to take the bottle. Like, one's like, I've got an entire bottle of creme de menthe. Nobody fucking wants it. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, that goes on ice cream.
So what? So where are we going with the Pilk adjacent here?
So that means, you know, I have just no experience with alcohol, right? Except for how much I can actually handle. I test that very well. I'm very good at R&D. But I went and I got this last time I was with my mom because she enables drinking. Is she got me these two very nice drinks. This dairy-based 20% thick, like heavy cream, like strawberry milk, basically, and it's called Appalachian Sippin' Cream, and it's actually very delicious. And
Sometimes the mixers are better than the drinks.
Oh man. I mean, it's not a mixer. It's 20%. It's a drink.
It's
it comes in
still a mixer. It's a mixing cream to put in other
It's
stuff,
got-
but it's an
it's-
alcoholic mixer.
Yeah. I mean, it's got like cardstock like labeling on it, right?
I thought you were
It's
gonna say
got this
in it.
nice
And I was
like old
What?
like cabin industry style like artwork all over the jar. It's in a mason jar. That's what it's sold in. There's this like hand sketched like high detail rabbit on it. It's a very bougie drink.
Wow.
But it's very nice. Very nice. I would recommend it if you see it. But I decided to like cut it with something more neutral that would go with it. I also got whipped cream flavored vodka, which is also delightful. And
Sounds good.
This is like my second time having the mixed drink because I mixed it the first time. It was great. And this time I mixed it and I was sitting in my room and I didn't put ice in it this time. And I was like, well, that glass is looking pretty low because, well, it doesn't have ice in it to fill it up. And so I was like, maybe I could make this easier by cutting it with some water. So I grabbed my water bottle, right? And I pour my water in to the top. This was last night, by the way. This happened. This is a very recent mistake.
Oh boy.
Fresh story.
The mistake was that wasn't water. It was Gatorade.
No.
And the citric acid caused the dairy
To curdle?
in the Appalachian sipping cream to curdle. And
No.
you guys, you
I
guys are
know.
familiar with Mongolian throat singing?
Yes.
So basically what happened is when I realized my mistake, it was already down my throat. Right? I already committed to swallowing it. And I just kind of sat there like tensed on every fiber of my being, just trying not to puke. And I did succeed. I won that fight. But afterwards, I was so disgusted and basically traumatized that I was just constantly just yelling for the next 5 minutes. Just eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. Good there.
I am so surprised. I am so surprised I did not get a knock on my door like, is everything all right in there, ma'am?
Are you okay?
It's like,
Nothing's all right. I drank a cement mixer with extra stats.
The only time I had curdling problems was when I drank an Irish car bomb too slow. But you know, I got really good at Irish car bombs because I love drinking them because they taste so good. Until you wait too long.
Wolf, I know that you've done alcoholic parties and things. Have you ever given people cement mixers?
No.
Oh my fucking god. So a cement mixer, usually like some people actually mix it as a drink, and it's you drink it and you try and not puke as a game. The way that you should do cement mixers, a cement mixer is
Puppy,
a
quiet.
cement mixer is Irish cream and lime juice.
oh,
And what you do is you have a shot of each. You take both and you go in the mouth, shake. And you have it mix and curdle in your mouth. And then when you run to the sink to spit it out, it just turns to concrete on the walls.
So, Mr. Boy with the Beanie, I do not know what that is.
Ew.
And my puppy is going bark, 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 bark.
peanut punch? I mean, I've had peanut butter
Peanut
milk,
punch.
like a chocolate milk analog, but
That
it's
sounds
peanut
good.
butter. I've had
That sounds good.
there's also for peanut butter drinks is I've had Screwball, the whiskey. That was the second alcoholic drink I ever like had for myself. It was Screwball. It was very good. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, I mean, Boy with the Beanie being very polite here. Can I ask two things? I mean, you could probably just ask them and hope that we
We
answer,
see
but,
it. Yeah,
you know?
we can see the chat. So, yeah.
but more close to.
But more-
Yeah,
We got
it's
you.
like peanut.
got
It's just
you.
peanut butter milk. This is a peanut punch. It's like it's just.
I mean, I'm used to
I have
I'm used to
done
the
that
flavor, but
before.
I've stopped with all peanut products like a couple years ago now. I just remember like it started like the baseline of what could be an allergic reaction. I'm like, I'm just
Caribbean
never
drink
doing this
brown cow.
anymore.
What's that?
What the
Caribbean
crap?
drink brown cow.
I don't know.
Is the screen frozen or is my screen
So
frozen?
long
Would
as it
we
doesn't
try
have any
it?
peanut alcohol
Your
in it, yeah.
screen would be
Would,
frozen. I can
would
see
we
the
try
screen.
Yes,
it?
it is.
I mean, absolutely. That sounds amazing. What's about it? What's the catch with wrong with brown cow?
How
Well,
now,
I'm
brown
still
cow?
trying to figure.
If it-
I'm
if
still
it's
trying to
peanut
figure
in
out
it,
the
I won't drink
alcoholic
it, but I'll
side
mix
of
it for
peanut
people.
butter.
What is
brown
Caribbean
cows are on the
brown
label
cow?
of all of the chocolate milk bottles ever. Like, what it?
Jamaican brown cow drink. Let's see.
He's looking it up.
Let's look at the ingredients. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry.
I'll
I got
do it. I
Anyways.
mean, I don't even know yet, and I'll drink it.
You'll drink anything once.
As long as you don't lace it with PCP, I'll drink it.
It's just you. Any
Yeah,
drinking
a
counts.
oh.
A gallon of PCP.
Guys,
Don't drink.
I think we need to spend $4.99 a month on this to get the recipe for this. That's a good
Oh,
idea.
no.
That's a good business expense, right?
No.
No.
That's reasonable.
Get it as
Yeah,
tax refund.
deductible.
Yeah,
there
we
you
can put
go.
on the
See,
get tax.
I
back.
don't do like my drinking experience is not a lot of cocktails, not a lot of mixed drinks.
Oh, look at that!
The most.
You got it.
Let's see.
Is peanut punch.
Peanut
oh, this
butter.
is peanut
Tell me-
punch. So it,
0% alcohol. Punch on rum, 75%. Ooh.
Oh,
okay.
jeez, there's the hello.
Hey,
there it is.
somebody
I'm doing
gifted?
some crazy.
Gifted hack
Oh,
again.
my
It's
God.
hack.
Subs.
Hack,
Wow,
thank
my
you.
God.
Oh my God.
This
We
is
got
not
it! We got a goal!
I see my
One
name floating
full
around, and I
bottle.
forgot.
You were gifted.
Magnum
Oh, yeah.
tonic, 20%, 2 bottles. Guinness beer, 2 bottles. Handmade version back at home is made to hammer the hell out of you. Okay.
I mean,
Alright,
it's
my
not like
dyslexic ass doesn't get this.
Oh, look at all those beautiful
yeah.
names. I want to take a picture.
The peanut punch.
it's not like
Look at that.
it's not like gas can
Is
mix.
it
I need to
peanut
actually
punch
get.
and-
I need
oh,
to talk
goodness.
to Satan about gas can again.
Oh, there's another.
Peanut punch.
Get away.
One
Oh,
part.
No, it went away.
Punchy
I got it.
rum, 75%
You got it?
round font.
Picture of all the
thing,
floating
one
names.
purchase.
One, two,
Magnum
three, four.
tonic, 20%.
Wait, how many are there?
There's
Oh, there
two
should be
parts.
5 actually.
Trying to
Liquor
come up with.
beer bottles, 2 parts.
Oh yeah, there's a game.
Yeah, there's a game we need to play
Yes, we're
still.
doing a game.
Ah,
But anyhow,
We could start it.
I mean, it doesn't seem
No.
like the most
Yeah, we have
strongest
a
thing in the
game.
world. I mean,
Before,
cutting it with
before we do
Guinness.
that, two topics that I can bring up from what's just stayed in my head. Mentioning Shia and who he used to be, one of my favorite memories of what he used to be like is
I don't see it.
I think it was CJ Husky talking about it, but at one point a bunch of friends were drunk and they're like, oh, like we're going to one like drunken con video. Shia, can you film this? And Shia, being more sober than the rest of them, is like, absolutely. After they all sobered up and looked at the footage, none of it was of them. Shia just kept filming people's mouths, zooming in and going and just making mouth noises.
Shia is an interesting person. As interesting person.
Scammed out.
All right, how do we play your game here so we can actually do something? And
Okay,
not
so
drink.
with this, I've already shuffled them around a little bit, but each of us is going to get superpowers where it's just you have a superpower, you also have a downside. A lot of it's going to be really shitty. And then we're going to find the situation. So it's like, who of us would win in a fight? Who in pairing off all of us would be the sidekick and the main hero? Who would be the better villain? Who could use their power for evil the best? Things like that.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna
like
be great
these.
at this.
Okay.
Boy with the
what-
beanie, put it in chat and we can read it while
Okay.
we're doing this.
Dumb
So,
power.
grab one of these.
Yeah, grab one of the dumb powers.
Oh, we all need to grab one.
Yeah, grab one of those
Yeah.
dumb powers.
Do we hide it like to where you can't?
No,
Like, am I
we're going to be revealing
secretive,
what they
like-
are.
This is just mine. Nobody's
I
looking.
can't scale it.
No, you have to
No.
hold it big.
I already kind of scaled them as best I could because they were giant as hell.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I think I have a trick. I just need to.
Oh, are you gonna try
not-
the thing? Scale up,
I'm
grab
gonna.
it, scale
I'm
down.
gonna. Yeah. I just need to.
Don't
hop
hold
off
it while
the
you
table
scale
here.
up.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, good.
Well, it looked like you were.
Your tail. It gets in the way of everything.
I know it gets in the way of everything. That's why I like it.
No.
No, I can't scale down. Let's put it on my
I'm a genius.
So we gonna
Oh
go.
my god, that's terrible.
We're gonna go around the room.
Thank you.
We're gonna
Why
go.
the fuck would anyone want this?
Okay.
Oh, trust me, all of them are going to be fairly terrible. But let's see what our situation will be.
Oh, okay.
Do we have to go around the room and say the story?
What would each person have as their villain or hero name based off their powers? So
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I see.
Wait, real fast. Do I need to grab both?
no.
No.
This is just
Drop
the
it.
main for
Drop
everybody.
it. Wait, what
Drop
would
it.
mine?
grab it.
Oh, shut up. What would mine be?
So here's what each of us are. I'll tell mine first. You have the powers of Magneto and can control any and all metals, metallic alloys, and elemental metals. But your heart becomes made of metal, and whenever you're conscious of your heart, you have to manually pump it until your subconscious kicks back in.
Oh,
That's
I
a
kind of
good
like
one.
that. That's actually that's not super awful. Like this one is
It's
just
Tony Stark,
straight up
though.
terrible. No one would want this.
All right,
bet.
what's yours then?
But
Okay, anytime you would die, a new you pops out of your body with all your memory, age 25, and of perfect health with no injuries. But they're hemophilic and constantly die from bleeding, causing you to keep dying and reforming your body. That's so terrible.
do you lose your Is it a new consciousness?
No,
You
it's the
just
same
cease-
consciousness. You
You're
just
the
keep
same
dying
consciousness.
because you keep bleeding out from like a paper cut or any like injury like that. When you
All right,
reform,
well, hey.
you're uninjured. You're all good for a little while.
Just don't get injured
Okay,
again.
consider free DMT.
Huh?
I mean, you could just.
Free DMT. You won't have to pay the DMT. You just get DMT hits.
Hey,
What
you're
is
not
DMT?
wrong.
Am I,
It's a
am I the only
psychedelic.
one?
It's a psychedelic that your brain naturally produces when you die.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
gosh.
yeah, the dream drug.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you dream too.
Yeah.
Yeah, by hack.
So I think it is DMT that like people have talked about like taking an
is it,
hour's
like-
worth, and they'll be like, I've lived for a year in this civilization, and I've learned like everything there is to them. I've learned a language from them, and this is how my entire year went. And they will explain to you a year's story of what happened in just an hour
Does it
real
just
time.
speed your brain up or something?
No,
So
I
dream,
mean,
like your entire dreaming state is only like 7 minutes throughout the
Yeah.
entire night. So all the hours of what your dream is just condensed a little bit of time, not the entire time you're asleep.
yeah, and keep in mind, DMT is also produced by your brain when you are in deep sleep, and you know it is a known thing that different organisms have a different basically clock speed that their brain runs at, the time step. Like
Yeah.
you can actually record and simulate the approximate speed at which any given brain is running at. For
Yeah.
example, a fly actually does live in slow motion. Like in our eyes, it like
Yeah.
a fly's pitiful lifespan is not that pitiful to the fly. So I mean, it's so you know, having a drug of all things modify your body's sense of time, it makes perfect sense. It's not crazy.
like it.
I mean, some people have explained having like there's some people who have like very strong dreams, right? And I don't know what the going neuroscience theories on that is, right? If I was to guess, it would be that they just make more DMT or whatever. But I have had friends that have told me stories of like they don't have the same detail as somebody who's like done a DMT psychedelic hit or anything like that, but they genuinely believe like the dream was whatever duration they said it was, you know, like you believe it, you know, days or
is that
weeks
how-
or whatever.
Is that how you kind of get the what's the term I'm looking for? Like when you are awake while dreaming.
Lucid dreaming?
Lucid dreaming.
Lucidity? It doesn't have
Is-
bearing on lucidity.
Oh, it
lucid,
doesn't? I would
lucid
think,
dreaming.
like,
yeah.
Lucid dreaming only happens when you're aware you are dreaming at the time, and sometimes it can be just natural, or you can trigger your awareness.
That
Well,
being
I don't know if
said,
anybody
the
else is like-
DMT
actual-
with lucid dreaming is a really great combo because then, like, if you live in like that state of you're going through a year in an hour, if you're like in the woods and you're building everything, like you smell the woods around you, you've got everything. It feels even more real, and you could be like, I've actually been in the civilization, and this was a really cool year. I remember all the weather patterns. I remember how nice the temperature was on these few days. Like it gets amazing.
We are on a major tangent, and
Is that-
we haven't.
Yeah.
gone
It's a huge
through-
tangent. Yeah.
I was gonna
Oh.
ask a question.
If
which
you
would
want to
probably
reel
not.
back,
Continue
I'm
on our
really
tangents.
enjoying the neuroscience conversation. I'm into that.
Yeah.
So
Gee.
I was entertained. My tiny little
like,
monkey
you were-
brain
we're
went burn.
still. It's like we're still going through our superpowers. We only got 2 of them out of everybody.
we should probably finish the game.
We should probably do the game before we get.
Dumb
Yeah,
powers.
yeah.
I've made
I
20
agree.
powers and
I
13
can
scenarios.
So for me,
Oh.
I have super strength, super speed, super grip. My athletics are maxed. But I have asthma and I'm obese. I'm super fat, man.
Like your Achilles.
Super fat man.
Oh! All right.
Wait, you're that. You're, so
For
you're
your
basically
super
that.
power, I think
you're
I
that
call you
my,
a wrecking ball.
You're basically
Meatball
that the My Hero Academia character. What is it? Fat Gum or whatever is his name. Whereas like
Oh my
he becomes more super the fatter he is, and that's
Fair.
his like thing. And yeah, it's a very silly thing, but I mean
I guess I
Alright,
guess I can be
it's not unreasonable.
I can be the
It's just
I can be
annoying.
somewhat Katamari-ish, I guess, with being this big.
Mind the laser.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a Katamari Damashi. That's my superhero.
Katamari Damacy. Yeah. Okay.
So far in my ideas for names, I have no idea what the hell I'd call myself, but we've got the Bloody Phoenix and we've got fucking Wrecking Ball.
Yes, my superpower is clinical obesity.
Well, no,
Bloody
you're
Phoenix.
able to like you
All right,
can
so,
scale
no,
an entire
no,
building
no,
and like do
no.
insane shit, but you'll
We-
be winded as fuck.
We all know fat people are strong.
Yeah,
Yes.
This is just a fat person.
yeah.
They have to carry around all that crap already. They have a built-in exercise. This is just being fat.
It's just
so, you, so,
existing.
so what you're saying is your superhero name is Fat Albert?
No.
Dang it. I really thought
Deny.
hard on that one.
Who,
No,
who
you
else
didn't.
has powers?
For some reason I do, and I don't know if I like it.
There you go.
You have charisma to rival the gods and can sweet talk anyone, but anyone hates you and gets immune to you if you ever physically touch them through cloth, rubber, metal, wood, and then plastic. All counts as touching. So I am a charismatic son of a gun, but the moment I decide to have any form of physical interaction, they leave me.
Comically, you work as a bank
That's
teller, so you're
just
already behind a
that's just
screen. You're
Batman.
good. Like you're fine.
I
That's
have
just-
your money, and now you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
just.
you'd love to open up a checking account with this really low APR. Yeah.
You're just.
This just sounds like
You're the King Midas of social anxiety.
I'm
Yeah.
like. Let's be honest here. This is just a furry because you look at a fluffy animal and you go, "Oh my gosh!" But then the
And
moment
then
one
you-
of them
then you
touches you,
hug them
then
and
I
it's
feel
just
like
made of
Lizzo
carbon
Fox
made
Man
of,
hero guy.
fiberglass insulation.
Oh my god.
the stuff that makes you really itchy, the like insulation in homes that used to be.
That
What's
that
that
is
mean?
still is fiberglass insulation.
I don't know.
You don't
The
you
last
don't
time I
know.
ripped open a home. The last time I ripped open my walls to see what's in them was never. I don't do that. Don't rip
It's
it open your walls.
just Owens Corning
No,
pink
no,
fiberglass
no.
insulation.
Do open your walls, but only if your house is like at the 100-year mark, because you could find skeletons.
You can also find asbestos.
Ooh.
Hey, mine's a Mine will
you
be
can
at the
find
100-year mark
skeletons,
in, like, 20 years.
newspaper, and it's usually really cool. Like you could open it up and you'll find animal bones and things in like different ritualistic ways of protecting the house. Really fun.
All right, B.
No.
Interesting.
What's yours?
Oh, I'm up. All right. So mine actually isn't very bad. You have the ability to teleport anywhere you can think of and focus on. But whenever you jump, you end up 1 foot off in any axis and cannot re-jump for 30 seconds. So
So you might be a foot in the ground, a foot in a wall, a foot in a tree.
Oh.
I mean, a foot's not that big of a distance as long as I make sure I'm going to somewhere in open air. I mean, shoosh.
Zangoose. Rip ADHD.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, they're gone.
I mean, there's a very simple solution to this power that
ads.
makes it
Right now.
amazing
Okay.
that you're not seeing.
Oh, we
and
forgot.
that's the
I'm sorry.
implementation of
we might have just popped into ads.
We might have.
Oh.
We're gonna have to add.
Oh.
Are we adding? Are we adding
But-
right now, or are we need to go over to
I
ads?
can't snooze it. We have to go.
Just go to
Oh.
ads. We gotta go to ads.
Yeah,
We got-
so some won't see ads because
oh shit.
It's all you.
It's all me. It's all me. It's mine. It's mine. But you know, honestly, so as before I was rudely interrupted by advertisements.
Jeff Bezos.
Blame
I
Bezos.
love capitalism. Right, you teleport the ability to teleport anywhere you can think of.
So just you right
And-
now.
You just swap with whatever that is. And whenever you do this jump, there's a 30-second cooldown and there's a 1 foot any direction in accuracy. 1 foot's not that big of a gap. You can compensate for
not.
that. That's not so bad.
about
There is a solution
much?
that would make this very good if you just always teleport to open air if you can help it, and employ the use of grappling hooks.
What about a parachute?
Oh, okay then.
A parachute? Who needs a parachute when you got a damn grappling hook?
Because you
A
can't if
parachute
you
for 2-foot fall.
no if you just teleport into the sky above wherever you want and then just drop down from there and parachute in.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Do
One
I
word.
keep my
One
inertia
word.
when I teleport?
Yeah, probably.
So if
So I could
you
teleport
can-
into the stratosphere with a wingsuit, start getting momentum, and the moment it takes, it'll take upwards of 5 to 10 minutes for me gliding in a wingsuit to get down to the air. I'll be going very fast at that point, but I can just zoop right back. I have my own transportation. I can use a grappling hook as my main weapon. I can just blink up into the air, do a twirl, and throw a grappling hook on a building, swing like Spider-Man.
you could do power
Also,
glumps.
teleporting inside of Thanos' anus, killing him instantly sounds like a pretty fun thing to do.
Power.
As well.
Do you know what a glomp is, right? You know glomp, the
Everybody
term
better
glomp.
know what a glomp is. If you don't, you're too young.
No.
You don't know what glomp?
You're too young.
I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm
You
not
don't
afraid
know
to
what
say it.
a
I don't know
glomp
what it is.
is.
I don't know what glomp is.
I don't know what it is.
It's like running and jumping and hugging on somebody. You just glomp them.
Okay, I've heard that term. I
You
just
glomp.
forgot that that's what
Wow,
it
yeah,
is.
you just run and jump.
Oh my god.
So you
that-
power glomp.
there
You
was
could just
actually a moment
teleport
that
as
hurt.
fast, like terminal velocity power
There
glomp.
was a moment that hurt. PantherCon 2014. I'm walking around. Somebody put up a sign on one of the posts that's just, this area is a glomp zone. Like, be warned. And I'm like, oh, that's adorable. And somebody walks by. What the fuck is a glomp?
Then you feel old.
Oh, mate. What the fuck is a glomp, eh?
So what do we
no.
what do we call the bee for their superpower? What's their superpower
Bee.
name? Bee. Bee.
What would your hero or villain
In,
name be? I
uh,
still have no idea for mine.
Inaccuracy bee.
The only thing, okay, really fast. The
Oh
only
my
thing
God.
that, besides the teleportation, you just perfectly described it. Just Cause 3.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Just wait.
And you
her
know
name
what?
her name is
I'm
just
I'm proud
intentional.
of that.
her name is
I
Just
like
Cause
that.
B.
Don't tell
But
everyone
that
they
kind of
know
also
your
sounds like
power.
Bill Cosby.
You make glomp right into
Do you
some...
do you eat the pudding? Do you have rape allegations?
Allegations. I mean, if I could teleport to anything I could think of, I could teleport
To someone's bedroom in the middle of the night.
inside someone.
I think we should stop. I don't think we should
Maybe.
go any farther there with that one.
You could also teleport away before they find you.
Anyway,
raspberries.
That's very. Let's keep going.
Anyhow,
Anyways.
raspberry. What's your
Anyways.
power?
I can conjure money at will whenever I want, but it's only random foreign currencies that are not from the country I'm in.
delightful.
You can get Zimbabwe dollars.
Infinite money, but just not whatever money from your country that you're in.
Oh, I forget what the currency is called. It's
The
an
Monopoly
African
Man.
currency.
We'll call him the Monopoly Man because it's
He
currency that
is.
doesn't
How
matter.
about I conjure in some British currencies, exchange it for US money?
Well, it'll be random
A random
currencies.
currency. So you could.
So you'll
So
be like,
you just
"Oh,
have
man,
to
let's-
hope that it's something that's exchangeable.
You can bring in an infinite amount of money, but it's going to be in like random pesos, euros,
exchange
yuan,
rates
dong,
would-
just random everything.
just
Like, I'm traveling to Mexico this
it's
year.
Yeah, exchange rates.
infinite money. Okay, from it's Scrooge McAvolley.
I mean, one of the few people that can like actually deal with it well would be Mattering, because bank, and then just exchange the money. Now I've got this. It's a pain in the ass to do, but it's just here's a bunch. dump
You
it, whatever.
casually reach into your pocket to pull out some money, and you pull out like 25 golden Greek drachma, and you're like, "Oh,
Doth we
I can't do anything with this.
doth we pick
Wow,
new
this is useless."
new
Some currencies really are useless.
new superpowers?
Any society in the history of humanity ever. So you pull out. So one time you reach into your wallet and you pull out a foot-long notched stick.
I mean,
You're like, oh,
that's a good currency.
Like some native currency.
Currency.
I like my
Back when
notch
they did
sticks.
bartering, when they bartered stuff, so you reach into your pocket, pull out a full-grown chicken, and you go, "Dude,
Shit.
or a mammoth tusk, an avocado seed.
I would love to just pull out a mammoth tusk.
Hey, that's good stuff. It's good stuff.
It's value.
oh my gosh, that's so good."
I mean, I think I'll keep my ability. I'll keep my ability to
I need a new
teleport
one.
my fist into somebody's neck and.
I want a new
I-
one.
Yeah, we'll all be able to get new
I want
ones.
new
Just
one.
what will be our names?
I don't like mine.
Dude,
What
yeah,
will be our names?
I already grabbed a new one, but I'm gonna put it over here right now. But I'm
Can we read them yet?
I'm definitely I'm just a clinically obese Superman. That's just really all it is.
You
already said
I just
Blood
name
Phoenix.
myself like
You're
Iron
Blood
Blood or
Phoenix.
something because it's
Yeah, I think that fits.
mine's just Magneto. But every time I'm actually no, I'd probably go with something Magneto just to not let the world know my kryptonite is telling me I'm manually pumping blood.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're electromagnet.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
that's not bad,
More.
actually.
Well, I say
Rope and tackler.
magnetant.
Magnetant.
Magnadont.
Magnetant.
Don't touch me.
I swear I can read it.
Non-copyrighted Magneto.
Mick Wanderlust.
Oh, I got one of the stupid ones.
Why did I get the one that's pretty much exactly the same as what I just did?
Oh, I already know what yours is going to be then. Do you want to trade then?
I mean, hold on. Let me see what the trade. I gotta
What
see
the
what
heck?
what I'm. No.
Yeah, it's stupid as fuck.
You know what?
I'm
I'm resetting. We're gonna.
yeah, we'll both reset.
reset.
I
I'm
I
okay
can
with this
fly, but I
one.
have a fear of
I'm
heights,
alright with this one.
and I know what his was going to be.
Super strength.
But you shrink by 0.5% every day.
I would be a
Oh.
micro. I would be.
Well, Real life micro.
your height
That's some
changes
people's
in
dream.
Half-Life.
Freaking
Yeah, but you
Ant-Man,
keep
though.
going down. I'd eventually be a micro. I would never shrink to non-existence, but I would eventually be a micro, and then I would just be elderly Ant-Man. Let's see.
You'd fall through
And you'd
atoms at
just
some
be
point.
terrified of the wind speeds.
yeah,
the day.
I mean, I can grip. I can
Yeah.
grip.
Just like, let's see. All right, am I going outside tonight?
I grabbed one that I know you probably
No,
would really
it's
enjoy.
fucking 2
wind
kilometers
speed.
an hour winds southwards.
Okay.
I'll fly off the cliff.
I can do this one. I can do this one because this has no real
You'll live in a
downside.
jar.
This one has no real downside to
Mine
me.
sucks. It's not. It's
This
better.
this one's a weird one, but I think it would be one that B would love the most.
All right.
What? Yeah, it's mine
Yeah,
now.
here I'll give you.
You have the ability to pick up
I just looked at the
any
chat.
book and gain all the knowledge within. But if you touch any fantasy book, you feel the pleasures and pains the main character feels at the rate they would in real time since the moment you touched the book. Wait, what?
Dyslexia.
So basically, if you pick up like any book that's nonfiction, you gain all the knowledge that's within it. But if you pick up any fiction book, you feel everything that the main character would feel in real time as the story would progress. Like any pleasure, any pain, anything like that.
oh, so she
so
picks up
it's
50
like-
Shades of Grey.
If there's like a time skip of a month and then it just goes into a fight scene and the main character gets punched in the face, like you'll go a month of feeling nothing, and then you'll just get a punch in the face feeling. Like,
What if you just don't pick up
Is this
any
canceled if I touch
fiction
another
books?
fiction book? Because
no,
like
It just stacks.
some
it
books
just
go for
stacks.
their
Be
entire
there,
life.
yeah,
It's awful.
stacks.
So I will just permanently just randomly have experiences inexplicably
People
She definitely.
you're
until I
insane.
die.
You just pick up.
Does that include a heart attack?
Just pick up
Does that
50
include
Shades
a
of Grey and
gunshot
you'll be
wound to the
fine.
head? Do I die?
Never, ever pick up an isekai book ever again.
Pick up Berserker.
Oh no. I'll have to roleplay getting hit by a truck. I'll just be in the middle of a library and I touch an isekai book. I'm holding this book. I'm reading like a
Yeah.
book on astrophysics, and I go and I scratch my nose
my
and I like
God, that would be
reach for my
fucking
water
beautiful.
and I slide my hand over the table and the back of my hand touches the person sitting next to me and they're reading an isekai. And the next thing that happens to me instantly is that I get hit by a non-existent truck and just kind of flatten and
So the
spray
best-
blood everywhere just in the chair that I'm sitting on. Just
This is actually really perfect, the tangent that she is on, because it is the exact topic. The dumbest and smartest uses for your power.
oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So read
this could get
that well.
This could get really bad.
You're
for me.
holding that. You're like sitting there like, oh yeah, like just inertia and like this and that. Oh, theoretical physics. And you've picked up a book that like the main character gets fucking flung 50 feet. You'll just be like, oh man, like check this out. Theoretical physics. Oh, like an object can move like and then you just shoot across the library.
All right, Glitch. What do you got? What did you got for yours, and what's the dumb
Ability to
uses?
speak and understand any and all languages, but the words I speak and or write have a 30-second lag. So my lips move and the words are audible, but at a delay. And when I write, the strokes show up 30 seconds behind itself.
So wasted time.
Writing a book?
Wait, what was the upside again?
The upside is I can speak and understand any language.
Oh,
That's just writing. You can
But
just.
what about sign language?
that's okay.
Oh, he could be a
Oh my
trans.
god,
delayed
sign
in
language
sign
would be
language?
really funny.
He could be one of those translators with the sign language.
Would you if the sign language was delayed, you would just be like you would just look like you're having like minor seizures all the time because you're just standing there just
It's just literally input lag.
Yeah, he's just on
literally
satellite
input lag,
internet.
and it would be really funny for like a stage show. Like the smartest use is I can translate anything that I want. Dumbest use is I can like go into a stage show and do like ventriloquism at like a weird delay, or make it seem like everything's on purpose and it's an act.
lag in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, look at it, Zangoose. For this is about
Yeah,
this
minor
is about the
inconvenience
reading.
to a major gain.
But the reading part. Wait, but important question: does this include digital information, and to what extent?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that just turns it into any time that I speak, it's already with even worse lag in VR.
No.
For
does this
speech
include
power.
digital information for the book reading power?
Yes.
Did
I
it
would
mention
say
explicitly
yes,
books?
but only if it's presented as a book. So
Okay,
you have
fair.
to print
Yeah.
the entirety of the internet on paper.
Okay,
The
but
moment
like,
you touch that paper, you will become the internet.
You
Wait,
will
what about,
become
like,
4chan.
You
what
will
about
become
like
4chan,
like journals
and then you will
stuff like that,
become
like articles?
What?
That could be
like
presented
Journals
as
and
a book.
articles,
Wait,
yeah, like
wait,
you
the-
can
no,
touch
wait,
any
these-
newsprint and you'll
wait.
be like, bink, up, got the entire day's news.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you get everything, and you can only feel fiction. So that means everything on roleplay on the internet.
Oh,
You're
that's a
gonna-
good fucking point. Holy shit, that's a good power.
Well, if somebody takes the role plays and they print them out as books, yeah, you'll feel all that. But
So you can enjoy your
like,
favorite
if you touch a
fetish.
Kindle, you're not going to feel shit.
Oh
I don't
no!
want to be here anymore.
I went.
You know what? That might also be like a really fun way to just commit die. You go into a library and you just run through like an entire section of books.
I want to have the coolest
Like
death
either
ever.
your brain grows too big and explodes, or you touch like every single book in a library, just running through like touching every
Oh,
single
no.
row.
I
And then
thought
you
of
just feel
something.
everything.
I thought of
And
something
then your
that's
body
possibly
turns into
offensive.
ground meat.
Yeah.
I thought of something
I
that's
would-
possibly offensive.
Oh
And
man.
it doesn't.
this
cut-
last time.
Impact, trauma,
Okay,
laceration,
wait,
abrasion,
wait.
and stab wound that
I'd
you've
run through
ever...
the entire. I'd run through an entire library, touching
Talking
like
about a library
every
in
book,
this,
and
it
then
might
the
be
last one that
offensive.
I'd be holding is the Secrets of the FBI
It's
and
nothing.
CIA, and then just deteriorate
All
in
right,
front of
guys.
everybody.
I'm going to say something, and it's nothing that's offensive in the words. It's how you think of it. You touch a Bible.
Here we go.
That's going to be a really weird one because the Bible is both fiction and nonfiction, where it's like a lot of it is fiction.
That's something we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah,
Like, what if it is like? What if it's like a journal, but it has stories in it?
I don't think we want to talk about religions, but
Yeah, we're not
one
gonna
of the
talk-
weird things is there
touch the
are
Quran,
a lot
I don't
of
know, like-
situations that have happened that in the Bible you can actually point to this happened at this date. Like one
No.
example
I'm saying,
is
let's make it more broad. Like, let's say you're reading a journal article on like some medical something that happened.
oh yeah, you'll
but it
you'll
states
learn
the story
everything
in
that's
there.
that. Like
Would you
Or like
wait?
as an example,
If you touch,
as if it were fiction.
if you touch a
don't
religious
be learning
text,
and getting better.
and if you touch a religious text and it's true, you suddenly know everything. You can tell if which religion is
Guys.
true.
AI is being scary.
Huh?
As we're having this conversation, like Google just goes, I'm doing that. I'm learning and getting better. No, don't.
No.
No, don't do that. no, Google, sweetheart. Oh, you sweet summer
We're gonna
child.
set off everyone's
Oh.
Google Home like right now.
Anyhow, before
Hey,
we
Google,
before we
turn the
go,
lights off.
Hey Google, intruder alert.
hey Google, play Digger Digger.
My phone went up. I forgot I had a
but-
Google phone. I'm so
Hey
stupid.
Google, where am I?
Before
I'm glad it can't hear.
before we go too
I
too
do.
far and go beyond our time, let's go with Raspberry. Raspberry, what's your stupid one, and what's a good use for it here, and a bad use?
You have the ability to phase through solid matter as if in no-clip locomotion, and do not need to breathe while inside objects. But the air outside of the solid object makes you feel itchy inside the chest.
So you
so
can just
basically
hide.
fiberglass insulation inside of your lungs, and you cannot itch it.
All right.
I hate
So
that.
Yeah,
Raspberry
I
can just
hate
live inside of something.
I could definitely see Raspberry living inside of objects and just
It's just
we'll be like going about our days, and it's like Raspberry is still here, pops out of wall, blah, pops back in.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
I think that's all that. That's not very
Rodent
different. It's not very
2.0.
different from what Raspberry does now.
Yeah.
Just a little bird rat.
Just a little space
It's
McNugget.
in your walls.
Just a little rat bird.
But instead of needing to
little
hear
rat
constant
bird.
scritching and tunneling, now you
He's
just
in
hear
the walls.
nothing. He's in that gap.
To
Hear
hear-
the rodent in your walls.
Every several hours.
No clip rodent.
We gotta hit through these a little bit because we're probably gonna go off on random tangents again. So, what about yours as we're going across the list?
All right. I mean, this one's just generic. It's not special. I have what is the stuff at the top? Hunter x Hunter Zobe disease.
So that's
Oh,
the actual
no.
disease and the anime that I pulled it from.
Oh, okay.
This is one that I actually enjoy.
Okay. So it says you become essentially immortal and self-sufficiently regenerative, but in order to live, you must resort to auto-cannibalistic practices. Eaten flesh regenerates within hours. I hate that.
You have to eat yourself.
It's like there's no benefit because you're gonna be. Well, I mean, I guess you could like substitute with like
you
medicine.
live infinitely, but in order to live each day, you have to consume part of your flesh. So it'll be like, all right, today I'm going to eat my hand.
That's
all
going
right,
to
tonight I'm going to eat my
hurt.
leg. Just
That's
yeah,
what I'm
it's-
saying.
it's
If you
going to
have
hurt.
like
You won't have,
medicine,
like, a
How
horrible
much of
experience,
yourself
but
do
you're
you
going to
have to
live
eat?
what if
forever.
what if
quantity?
you numb yourself?
Yeah, if you numb yourself,
Yeah,
you're
lidocaine.
fine. Like,
So
Then
just
in that case,
just-
I mean, it's
just
immortality.
get a
Just
get a
fucking shoot
lobotomy to the
lidocaine
point
every-
in the
every
pain
day.
sector of your brain you don't feel pain anymore.
yeah, but that's
yeah,
going to
because then
reform.
it wouldn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
That's a
pain
good
sector is
point.
going to regenerate, and you're going to keep having
Oh.
that back.
No, because
Okay.
eaten flesh regenerates, not the lobotomy.
But it does say you're sufficiently regenerative
Sufficiently
or
regenerative.
self-sufficiently regenerative.
I mean,
So
it says
how
so I
much
guess that
flesh
means,
do you
like-
have to eat?
Like a normal
Like-
day's worth. Of
Just
food.
You have to-
like a meal's
ju-
worth
you-
or so.
You,
so
you
like,
just have to eat like a thousand
like,
calories
you
of
can
yourself.
eat like the inside
Yeah.
portion of your arm, and
What
just
if
be
you-
like, all right, that'll be
Why would
fine.
you
That's a
and
lot
then
of
your arm in a
mass.
few
You
hours
What
is
if you-
gone.
what if
Okay,
you
well,
wanna
what if you
just
what if you just
That's a lot of mass, 1,000
What if-
No,
calories.
but like you
Just
can do
eat
this
your own
medically, like
head.
cut it off and have it all safely done and everything, and then cook it. Obviously,
Well-
right? You could do that. Is it allowed?
So
Oh my
Dude,
god!
you
Wait,
just
so
farm
hang on.
yourself.
Wait, there's a solution to
Just
this.
keep
that
cutting
makes
your
it really
arm
easy.
off and eating parts
No,
of your
and you would
arm,
have
and then
some
you,
in
you have your
like
fridge full. You have-
refrigerate it.
Wait,
I solved it. I solved it. I solved it. I solved it. So let's think this properly. If you are immortal, you have the most time. If you have the most, you will have the longest investments. If you have the longest investments, you will have the most money. If you have the most money, the world will be whatever you want it to be, maybe. And you can then live your life in autonomous luxury with passive income, making it so that you can have employees and butlers and your own professional doctor, anesthesiologist to cater to your every need.
and chef.
This
And
this is
since you're
literally doesn't
regenerative,
taste awful.
you can use medical practices that would otherwise be absolutely reprehensible. Your doctor could just, every morning when you wake up, he's going to put a nitrous oxide mask on your face, turn it up to full, and not leave until you are in a coma. Cut off your arm.
Why does
Your
it have
chef
to
cooks
be
it
when
into a
you
beautiful
wake up?
steak,
And why does it have to be
You
nitrous
regenerate
oxide?
and you wake up,
I
and
agree-
then
I
you
agree with those
eat
questions.
a lovely
Okay,
Those are good
steak.
questions.
Okay, B, why
That
does
is
it
your
this-
arm.
Why does it have to be
This is-
when you wake up, and why does it have to be nitrous oxide? You have an anesthesiologist. Just knock yourself out. Get knocked
Because-
out. Have a surgeon
Because it would be so
remove
much more
everything
fun
of your
getting
body.
limbs cut off while you're fucking
you're
on
reg-
Because
laughing
Yeah,
gas.
is that your-
Wait,
your
you don't
argument?
have to do lidocaine and morphine
No,
and
I am-
fentanyl
I am-
for painkillers
No,
and nerve
fucking
blockers.
no.
You can just
No, I have I
lower
have a
your
better
oxygen
idea.
level to nothing.
I have a better idea, and it depends on how you regenerate. What if you cut your head off? Do you regenerate from the stump?
Yes. No. Yes.
It depends.
No. Yes.
Or is it or are you like a starfish where you cut the head off and then like you grow multiple bodies?
So
oh no.
That would be awesome. Then you could have an army of yourself and, you know, like,
we're starting to run out of time.
So
we
we
might
gotta
as well
go-
go through the last one.
And we got Mandarin too.
Or last two.
Okay, so
Um,
for me, you gain the ability to grant your own wishes and control people for 5 minutes at a time, once per day per person. But whenever
That's
you use
cool.
this power, somebody you know has a deadly accident occur either to themselves or someone close to them. No problem.
Moral dilemma.
Fuck people.
Yeah.
No. Not worth.
oh, I'm grabbing my ear. How did that happen?
But yeah, there's no moral dilemma here. Fuck people.
Oh, alrighty then.
I agree.
Just don't.
Fuck people.
Okay, if you grant the wish, you could then use that wish to bring them back after they die. So
But oh my gosh, that would be actually you have what unlimited wishes?
it's just one. You have grant your own wishes and control people for 5 minutes at a time. And once per day per person. So if you could just keep playing roulette with that until you kill the people you don't give a shit about, like their mother. Then, especially if their mother's.
Gosh.
And as soon as you catch wind of them dying, you can just be like, "Ah, man, I wish they didn't die," and then they didn't die.
Well,
But you do have to wait till they die, so you're constantly traumatizing your friends. Because
They
you
might
can't
not
just
know.
blanket. I wish my loved ones don't die.
Wait,
you
what
know?
if you just
Like,
what if you just wish if you wish a certain person doesn't die, but then they die, but then they don't, because you get into a constant. Okay, maybe we need to go on a break while we figure out this.
Do we want to go overtime?
Go on break. We'll go a little bit over. We got to go through this.
Yeah.
we got to finish this. A little overtime. Break. Do your thing. We're gonna go live.
Matter.
Yeah, we're going
We're
live.
As
We're going
Mattern's
live. Oh, Matter's
dead.
gone.
Mattern's dead.
We'll do it live.
We're live.
Yeah.
Is B a robot or an android? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
That's a
No.
very technical question, actually. There is a backstory
Very
to
personal.
the character. It's not very personal. I
Okay,
made it
okay,
because
okay.
it was cool and explains my appearance pretty well. But it was basically that I was organic, became a cyborg because I had to, and then I had a sample of my cells taken. They had the DNA extracted and placed into synthetic analogs, and the DNA was then modified to have superior aging and regeneration qualities and put back into my body. And they then slowly, because they are basically identified as the same as the rest of the body by the immune system, means that they slowly overtake the rest of the body. And so the cyborg, so it goes from legally a fluffy lizard to a cyborg to a synth.
So
like
yes.
So yes, I am a
How do you even
synth.
answer that question? Are you
I'd
two things?
say-
Yes or no?
I would say that means that it would go most artificial to least artificial, but my character by that is more artificial than yours.
Yeah.
Secretly an exoskeleton with just fur on the outside.
My
Well,
my
now
character
that
is
you
just-
mention it, if I had a dev tip, I don't have my menu, but I do have more bits.
I used to have one.
my
Ah.
my character is just basically a
drunk.
murdered person that got rebuilt
What is
in a
that?
test tube. I'm a test tube, baby.
Who's smoking in the studio?
That's a dev tip.
It wasn't me, brother. I
Is it?
promise. Oh, it's a dev
We
tip.
don't need to be
cigarette
editing the
out
world
of here.
live.
But we can edit me live.
That sounds
I like that question,
suggestive.
Ben.
We need to go to hidden.
Yeah, that sounded a little.
We need to go to a hidden world.
Are we already in a hidden world?
Yeah, we're already in a hidden world.
We need to go to a hidden Twitch stream.
We need
Yeah.
to go to a hidden Twitch stream.
No,
Bye, everyone.
We're gonna have a Patreon stream of editing the bee.
We might need a
Patreon
Patreon
stream.
It's our
for
only-
the
I'm gonna be here for
post-show
even
doing
longer.
an
I don't want
hour
to
long.
stream on Vimeo. Hey, wait! I got Restreamer working again. We might
We
go
could,
use
we
that.
could do live leak and just kill ourselves.
Oh
No.
we can we can go to the hub, and then we can edit B, I guess. Edit B.
Huh?
Let's see.
The range of emotions is so fast. Like it's confused,
Aw,
heart,
oh.
really sad.
But
Sorry,
I'm
I
hearing
don't know.
it now.
I just
I can hear
do what I do.
Mattern
Oh,
talking
he's-
until he comes back here.
Let me tell you something about this world. When I got in here, I had 70 frames per second. When I joined this layer, I got down to 25 and
The
15.
lighting.
That's
lighting-
it. Where's my dev tip? We're deleting all the fucking lights.
The lighting and shadows tend to draw down graphics cards.
Here, move out of the way.
No,
Mm.
don't turn on.
Whoa.
Don't
That's
turn
a
on
dog.
it. Ah, oh my
Oh,
god,
God.
my retinas. Turn those off.
What if I turn it? Nope, turn it off.
Look what
It's
you've
like being in
done.
a hardware
We're
store.
live and you're
No,
doing
I can't
this.
get it anymore. There we go, fixed it.
Okay.
We did do it live.
Okay.
Wait, why is the water not blue anymore?
The edit wasn't saved. Anyhow, we've
Oh.
gone over the fact that
Oh yeah.
you can kill. I don't care who I kill. I have wishes. Fuck you. I mean,
Wishes.
my
You cast a wish. You could change
And-
the
and
realm
the wish-
fucking
and the-
reality. Ugh.
the wishes. What if you wished that you didn't have that downside? You have the wish.
Opens
you
to
have
the
the wish, but it'll-
interpretationers.
You
It'll
kill one
always
person.
Stay there. Well, the way that I expect it would go through is like for the beginning, you can just wish for immortality, and you lose one person, grant a few wishes, and then like
You can
after you've
also
lost
wish-
everybody that you care about, you just become a fortune teller that like
You can also just
you
wish
can
to
control people, and you can grant their wishes.
you can wish
But
to
then you
deflect
turn
the
into
death.
a bored god.
Just to deflect the death via
You turn into a
wish.
bored god, and then at the end of being bored and like the heat
Internet.
death of the universe, be like, all right, I wish that everything reversed back to when I made the immortality wish, and then you just can do it again.
You can also just wish to die. Okay, we need to go on to the next. You. What's
All
your?
right. So because I was a
Pick another one if you just deleted yourself.
I
You dead still?
still
Okay, he's dead still. We're
He's
gonna.
still dead.
Okay, he can't talk anymore. Do sign language.
Do we need to read it to you?
We'll read
Or
it for
you?
him, and we'll
There you
just
go.
say what Matterin has because he's dead.
I'll give him this one.
Okay, I'm just gonna say what you have because your voice died.
Because you're dumb. No,
you're
I'm
now
kidding.
mute. You can have Magneto powers like a Bender in Avatar,
Can I grab that?
but the only
Give me-
thing you can control is pennies, and
give
they
me the cup.
retain their shape and mass.
Hmm.
So he can
You're
just
perfect for Madden,
grab
because
all of the
pennies.
pennies. I am getting hungry in real life. Can I eat that? Okay, thank you. Oh, I got it. Okay.
No, it worked.
I just
You
had
guys do that?
a realization about the teleporting superpower.
It's so scared.
You could teleport into people. That would be weird.
I lagged to death. Oh my god. Oh, oof. I almost died.
Neos like to
But
do random lag
I had an
spikes.
epiphany about the teleportation power. What is the relativity on it? If I teleport a quarter of the
cigarette
way
is still
around the
in here.
world, do I rotate too? Or is
Wait.
my like orientation and inertia
Where'd he go?
preserved like globally
Oh, I'm broken.
throughout
I mean,
the
I
universe?
assume,
So
I
if
assume your
I'm
yawn pitch can
falling
be
from
fine,
a
but-
plane, if I get kicked off of
Are you
like
sitting
the
on him?
Empire State
Oh.
Building and I'm falling at
sitting on
terminal
him?
velocity, could I just teleport? What
Here's-
would it
Say
be?
that for a second.
100 degrees around the world, so that I'm just now just terminal velocity, but 10 degrees up from the horizon. So I just bloop and just woo and just skid in the water. All right.
Can you make those noises again?
Any terminal velocity and water, just never good.
I won't be
Like,
going terminal velocity. I will slow down because I will be going very fast. And then 10 degrees up off the horizon, and then it'll be the ballistic curve. I'll be going
you have never
significantly
seen
slower.
the videos of the people that are like water skiing and let go, and then you just watch them go across the
I
water and
have
fucking
seen
flop.
them. I know, but I'm
That shit
saying,
sucks.
is my
Man,
inertia global? Like, could I just put myself on a ballistic curve and kill all of my velocity, or go to the opposite side of the world and
made him a mini cup. He's a shot.
fly 30 seconds straight up and grab the ledge of a building on
He's
the
a
opposite
shot
end of
now.
the world, climb up over and then warp back?
Oh, like if you're falling down towards the ground, you teleport to like
Through the planet.
opposite, the opposite end of
Yeah.
the planet, and then you go, and once you
And then
hit the
gravity
apex
slows
of
me
your,
down.
once you hit the apex of it, and you like
And then you
reach
teleport
where
again.
everything's slowed, you jump again. Yeah, that can.
Or if I can't do that, I'll teleport into a
that
fucking
would definitely be
pillow
a thing you
factory.
can do. That's like a really smart use for it.
really
But
don't know
then
anymore.
like
I don't need
We
it.
need
you
to have
probably
a
like
good
reach the
relationship
end
with
of
somebody.
the fall. Like
I need to have a good relationship with somebody that like makes memory foam,
no,
so I can
like,
just warp into their warehouse
What?
whenever I feel threatened.
Oh yeah.
Just
Uh-oh.
He's
Uh-oh.
tangled.
the enemy
Uh-oh.
coming
We do-
at me with like their super space spear that's gonna nuke me into a million pieces and discombobulate my molecular structuralitudes, and I just warp into the memory foam his warehouse, and all of a sudden they're all of a sudden they're
What did I do?
like just stabbing a fucking marshmallow pellet duplicate of me. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
bamboozled.
So before things completely break and everyone dies,
Sorry.
we do have to go. I have to thank the Patreon supporters. I don't have the ad read. I was looking for it, but I can just
I don't
say
know where it was.
I'm just gonna say, Furry Fediverse
keep forgetting
sponsored this. Go to the Furry Fediverse Mastodon. So furryfediverse.org, if I recall correctly, and they sponsored this whole thing. I think I'm remembering that right. I'm not good at this. But
Nice. I don't know who did that, but nice.
if you're furry and you hate Twitter, Go there, because fuck Musk.
Oh, and this is the other thing about that. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're probably VR furry. There is a Mastodon server that our friend Hack runs. It's called cyberfurs.social.
Social.
Is that right?
Cyberfurs.social.
Yes,
Yeah,
cyberfurs.social
the furry
with a Z.
Fediverse, Cyberfurs, blah blah blah. But yes,
Yeah, here. I've actually pulled
you
up
have
the
the real ad
so-
that instead of me going off my brain hole.
Yeah, well, let's keep you
hole.
going off your brain
There's a hole
hole
in
for
your
a little
brain?
bit. Let's see how much you
I like
remember. of it.
brain
No,
holes. They
my
contain
whole
brains.
my whole of my brain.
Oh gosh.
Oh god,
You'll have to deal with it like this.
Okay,
Just
hold
read
on.
it
I'll
like
read
that.
it. I'll read it like this. Hold on. No. I got this. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go down
Show
here.
everyone what this looks like.
We're just gonna go down here like this. Tired of doom scrolling? Why not consider joining the Furry Fediverse? It's like Twitter, but moderated and operated by actual furries, with several communities already flourishing. Head to thefurryfediverse.org to pick up the community. To pick a community to jumpstart your journey. Maybe what? Gizmo, go away. Who has that selected?
Yeah, who selected it?
Deselect.
You.
Deselect.
Deselect.
Gizmos are making hard to read. I need to get my announcer voice. Anyway, maybe check out cyberfurs.social, because if you are hearing this ad, you are most likely a VR furry. Furry owned and operated social media. We hope to see you there. All right, that worked. I'm dying. Yeah, I know. I had to get my announcer voice. But yes, we're gonna have to sadly go. We've already over time. Thank you for all Patreon
Understood.
supporters. Thank you Vanta. Thank you Hack.
I have a full
Thank
list.
you Tinsel. Thank you everyone on our Patreon.
I think that's it.
Shh. We're supposed to pretend we're more popular than that. Thank you, thank you everyone who has subscribed, and thank you the Bee for just coming here and telling you come here, sit with us. Hopefully you had fun and enjoyed sitting here.
Allegedly.
Allegedly had fun.
Allegedly.
It's sticky. It's a sticky coffee mug.
Patrons.
It's a sticky
Patrons
coffee mug. You don't
are-
want to know what's attached to that coffee mug.
Oh gosh,
I'm
we
still
have. Oh no, there's not new. Yeah, Cyberfur is our official corporate sponsor. We have Vanta, Hack 13, and Tinsel Crocs.
Yay, guys! If you enjoy the show and want to give us money to do it, you can just
Ignore my hands being right there.
if you want to
Don't know
if you
what to
enjoy
do.
the show and wish us to make more content, the Patreon is definitely the place to
It looks
do
like
it.
I'm typing on a computer.
Please please go to our Patreon. Even if you have only a little bit of money, get our lowest tier. We don't care. Just freaking to support us and let us know that you like
support
this.
us if you're able to and want to. Like, don't bankrupt yourself over this.
Give
I don't
us
think
all
we have to
your
make
money.
that stipulation.
Unless you
for,
really wanna
for
go on a
Hack,
date
because
with
Hack,
me.
I think
More.
Hack just does whatever he wants with his money. and
Yeah,
that's
give
fine.
us your wallet, please. We'll hang you upside down and give you a swirly in the toilet if you don't.
And we'll get to go on a date with me.
I think
Where's
there's still only
smoking
one
underneath me?
left.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah,
Coffee and a coffee.
it's a coffee.
yeah, you got you
but-
got coffee in your coffee.
There
He
is
pours
still
it out in your-
still one more slot of a date with Newt if you're really bad with money. Or
What
if
if
you
I
have
did it?
or if you have a lot of money. If you're suspiciously wealthy,
Suspiciously wealthy.
yeah, you can go on a date with this Nardo. Oh, don't know why you would want to. Look at him.
Don't.
Yeah. So thank you for being here. Thank you for our supporters, and we're going to have to run away now. And please check out our gaming streams that we do every Thursday at 8. Same time, just
Thirsty.
on just a different
Same time, different day.
different day. We do gaming streams, mostly VR games. If we might do a non-VR game here and there, but we try to stay VR.
We try and stay VR for medical reasons.
Yeah, we can't get out. We're stuck here. Please help us. These are grafted to our face.
I mean, it's only medical reason for mine, because like
Gamer centipede.
Yeah, it's weird. I still don't know why I am okay with my eyes in a virtual headset where it's just screen on eyeballs the entire time. But as soon as I take the headset off and I look at a monitor, just it's screwy. Like eyes get blood.
Yeah. So and
His eyes bleed.
we do want to try and do Among Us VR at one of these times, so we can have
Among Us.
fun. So please, if we need to get we need to just get our rest of our crew Among Us VR. What is it? $10?
$5, I think.
It's cheap.
$10. I don't know.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
We'll
we
get
get our payout sometime.
when we get our payout, we'll use your money to buy us all games for that.
And then use those
Among
games
Us.
as a write-off
No,
because
yeah,
we're
I kinda
technically a
do. It's gonna be
business.
fun.
We are technically a business, so yes, it's going to be a write-off. We're all going to buy Among Us VR for everybody, and then you guys can watch us point
not
at each
playing.
other and
Yeah,
go.
you'll not play it, and we already understand you're not really social, so
We're not
social
buying it for
deduction
you.
game
A
is
social
hard.
deduction game is probably difficult for a non-social butterfly.
What are you looking at me for?
It's
I don't know,
it's,
it'd be
it's
just funny
odd
to-
that
well,
it's
they've
going to
only
be
got-
a point in my
we're just
life that I
scattered.
can call Among Us a tax write-off.
That's kind of
Yeah.
sus.
Anyhow,
Anyhow, sus.
we are signing off for tonight. Please check us out on Thursday. And everything else we've said, we're gonna keep repeating it. So just do it before we keep repeating ourselves. Bye,
back Thursday.
everybody. See you Thursday.
I should do this.
Yeah,
Ooh.
bye, everybody.
that's a
See you
bad camera.
Thursday. Bye. Bye-bye. Love you all.
Bye.
We'll give you all hugs. Maybe no, we won't. No, you guys are dirty.
I will.